And good afternoon, Vermilion Streaming. This is Michael Schumacher from Dell Rapids as the Vermilion Tanagers have their first road game of the season as they take on the Dell Rapids Quarriers. The Tanagers are 2-0 on the season, having defeated Lennox and Parkston over the past week. Tanagers looking to, this should be a good test. Dell Rapids is always a quality team. And boy, both teams look slick out there. Tanagers are in their black jerseys with red pants. It's white lettering with red numbers and white trim. And then Dell Rapids in their white uniforms with orange numbers and letters with black trim. Looking really solid. It's a bit of a windy, breezy, chilly day out here, but the crowd is starting to come out. And as you can tell, we are on the ground, so people walking in front will block the camera at times, but lower because the screen, the backstop, has a lot of iron crossbars, and so this gives me just the best angle, but it is the lowest, so it will obviously have some people crossing in front. But I think once the game starts, it probably will have limited action there. Again, Dell Rapids, they've had a number of cancellations or postponements. They were supposed to start their season against Elk Point Jefferson. That got postponed to May 13th. They were supposed to play Beersford on the 26th. That makeup date has yet to be determined. They were set to play Arlington. That has been postponed to May 4th. And then West Central has been postponed to April 13th. So that will be actually just on Saturday. It does appear that they played Flanger, but there hasn't been a score inputted. So I'm not sure. And then they defeated Sioux Falls Christian, who Vermilion will play on Monday, 12-0 earlier this week, just on Tuesday. And that was at Harmaden Park in Sioux Falls. So that is where Dell Rapids 1-0 officially, as far as I can tell. I don't know about that Flanger game. And then Vermilion. And so then after that, they play Vermilion today. They play Madison here at home tomorrow. Then, of course, they will play West Central on Saturday. They then play Canton on Tuesday at Canton. Now, I believe Canton is playing their home games in Worthing. I'm set to find that out because Vermilion plays Canton tomorrow. And I did put a call into Mr. Versteeg, the AD in Canton. And then they'll travel to Tri-Valley on the 18th at 4 p.m. And then they play part of a tournament on the 22nd that the Tanagers are also a part of at the Sanford Sports Complex. So that is on a Monday? That is on a Monday at the Sanford Pentagon, varsity only. And then they play T-Area, Lennox, and then Arlington again, and Elk Point Jefferson to close out their regular season. And then postseason play will start. The roster for Dell Rapids includes Ella Johnson, a sophomore infielder, Riley Halverson, a junior catcher utility player, Paige Trewin, a junior pitcher, Kylie Laban, a senior outfielder, Lexi Scherf, freshman pitcher and utility player, Shayla Welbig, a senior outfielder, Kyla Fidelke, senior outfielder, Avery DeSteger, senior infielder, Michaela O'Mara, senior outfielder and first baseman, Katie Kivney, junior pitcher, Emma Landfer, a freshman catcher, Claire Winya, a senior infielder, Addison Vantoff, junior pitcher, Lexi Ingalls, a senior infielder, JC Tabay, senior utility player, and Shelby Welbig, senior infielder. Head coach is Teresa McMahon, assistant coach is Abby Klatt. And again, for Vermilion, they have their 2 victories on the season, as we mentioned. And so when we come back, we should be getting ready for first pitch here shortly. So we will be back with more here on Vermilion Streaming on YouTube. Again, I'm Michael Schumacher from Dell Rapids.
Safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday. Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermilion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermilion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermilion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermilion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermilion.
The first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
And welcome back to Tanager Athletics, Tanager Softball from Dell Rapids. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of the Tanagers, as they get ready to take on the Dell Rapids Quarriers. Both teams are undefeated. Dell Rapids having completed their first game this season after having a number of postponements and rainouts that have had to be rescheduled for later in the season. The Quarriers are 1-0, and Vermilion is 2-0. The Quarriers will have Katie Cavigny, the junior pitcher, on the mound. And batting first for Vermilion will be Kristen Moser. Moser's a slick fielding second baseman. I assume that's where she's playing today. And I should probably take the... And that one's laced down the third baseline, over to first, and the first out of the inning. Brings up Janaea Cleveland. Janaea playing her first year in the high school baseball or softball. This timeout has been called. So one down here in the top of the first. As Cleveland goes in, here's the windup. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one. 0-1. It's the third pitch of the game. That is inside. 1-1. Cavigny seems to have really good velocity. So we'll see how that plays out the rest of the day. 1-1 to Janaea Cleveland. Swung on and fouled back. 1-2. On deck, Janaea's sister Chandler Cleveland received all-state accolades this postseason from basketball. So here's the 1-2 pitch from Cavigny. That is laced over to short. Nice field there. Ooh, throw is just a little bit late, so Janaea will have a hit. So that'll be a runner on first, one down for Chandler Cleveland. Nice short play at short there, though. And it looks like Lexi Ingalls out there on shortstop. That ball's laced on the first baseline, but does go foul. Makes the count 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is hit, and that will be caught at short. Janaea will stay at first. 2 down. Here in the top half of the first inning. Brings up Bailey Baylor, senior. First pitch is inside for a ball, 1-0. Swung on and missed. They fake the throw over to first. Janaea scampers back in. Count is 1-1 on Baylor. Again, 2 down. Cleveland on first. That is high. 2-1. Boy, both third and first playing in just a little bit. You wonder if somebody could get a hold of one and might get past them. So here's the 2-1 pitch to Baylor. That's in for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. On deck is Madigan Wallen. Here's the windup. The pitch, and that is outside. We have a full count, our first full count of the game. 3-2 to Bailey Baylor. Cleveland on first, 2 down here in the top of the first. No score. That is ball 4. Runners at first and second. Throw gets over to short, but so now runners at first and second for Wallen. Wallen, the talented catcher who can play short.
All right, one more, girls. Get out here.
Then on deck is Mackenzie Richardson. First pitch to Wallen is high. She laid off a high one. 1-0. Did I say Richardson? Wallen. So it's 1-0 to Wallen, 2 on. 2 out here in the top half of the first inning. You're watching Tanager Softball on Vermilion streaming on YouTube. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Wallen, batting right-handed, has that left foot slanted out towards the third baseline. That one's popped up. That will hit the top of the dugout, make it 1-2. All right, so again, 2 on, 2 out here in the top half of the first. 2 strikes on Wallen, 1-2. I see Sprinkles. Hopefully that is a short-lived thing. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that is high and inside. 2-2. Nice play by the catcher to prevent it from going to the backstop. With Cleveland's speed, she could have made it to third. So Wallen taking a couple of warm-ups swings here. So 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll be the third out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors at the end of half an inning. It is Vermilion 0, Dell Rapids 0. We'll be back after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
And welcome back to Dell Rapids. I'm Michael Schumacher here on Vermilion, streaming on YouTube as we are bringing you Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. For over 150 years, serving their customers. First Dakota in personal banking, commercial banking, and ag lending. So there's the throw down to second. That'll bring up Lexi Ingalls leading off, also playing shortstop for this Dell Rapids team. They'll be facing Maya Halverson, who's been the starter in the other games for the Tanagers as well. Here's the first pitch from Halverson to Ingalls. That is high and hits the backstop. On deck, Kylie Fiddlekey, the senior outfielder, number 12. So 0-1. Count is 2-0 to Ingalls. Tyler Gurney behind the plate, umpiring. That one's ball 3, 3-0. Ball 4, 4-pitch walk to lead off for Dell Rapids. So Ingalls heads down to first. That'll bring up Fiddlekey. That's hit into shallow center field just behind second plate. That will advance the runner. So now runners at first and second. Nobody out. That'll bring up senior infielder Claire Winya, number 22. Ball gets past Wallen. Runners advance to one base, so runners at second and third. Count is 2-0. Halverson just looking to get a little control here. That ball's laced down to third, past Varda. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. And there'll be a play at second. She is in time. That is a double for Claire Winya with 2 RBI. And don't at me. This time is called. So again, 2 runs across for Dell Rapids on their second hit of the game. So with a runner at second, nobody out. First pitch is high to number 16, Emma Lanfear. One and 0. That's in for a strike. 1-1. So again, 2-0 in favor of Dell Rapids on that double by Winya. Nobody out, runner at second. That is outside, and the runner will advance. Winya is now down to third. Count is 2-1. That is high, 3-1. That is ball 4. So runners at the corners for Michaela O'Meara, number 14. So runners at first and third. That one's laced into the outfield. And that is over the fence. That is a home run for O'Meara. Makes the score 5-0 before the first out for the Tanagers. O'Meara got a hold of that one to straightaway center field. So 5 batters have come to the plate. 5 runners have scored. So that will bring Kylie Laban to the plate, number 5. Maya Halverson just having a little trouble finding the control. So again, 5-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning. Halverson to Laban, nobody on. That one is fouled off, 0-1. That's a ball, 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1 to Laban. Again, nobody on after that home run. 2-1 count to Laban. On deck is number 15, Katie Cavigny, the pitcher. And that ball is hit to Moser at second. Over to first for the first out of the inning. On a 4-3 putout. So that is the first out. Bring up the pitcher, Katie Cavigny. So 1 down here in the bottom half of the first. That is a strike. 0-1. Cavigny steps into the plate. That one's low. Inside. 1-1. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. That pitch laced down the third base line, but foul. 1-2. 1-2 is the count on Cavigny. Maya Halverson in the circle. 1 down, 5 runs across, nobody on. Here's the windup and the pitch. That is high outside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That is inside. Full count. Second full count for Halverson this inning. So again, one out. Nobody on. Cavigny at the plate. That is ball 4. That brings up freshman Lexi Scherf. There's now another runner aboard. Again, Maya just having some trouble. Hopefully she can get a handle on her control here. That one is high. Wallen walks Cavigny back. Ball 1. 1-0. Again, Dell Rapids has had about 5 games postponed in this first part of the season. They have 1 under them belts. That ball is low and inside. Wallen with the throw down to first. Not in time. 2-0 is the count on Lexi Scherf. Ball 2. No, ball 3. 3-0. That's in for a strike. 3-1 on Scherf. Cavigny still at first. Madison Eisenweiss is down there at first, along with Moser at second. That ball's laced into center field. Chandler Cleveland comes over, fields it, keeps it in front of her. Here's the throw at second, not in time, so runners advance. First and second now with 1 down. That will bring up number 3, Riley Halverson. So runners at first and second, 1 down. Pitch is a ball. So runners at first and second, 1 down. Riley Halverson at bat. Squares to bunt. Oh, here's the throw to third. That's not going to be in time. Here's the throw down to second. And no play at second. So runners advance. So 3-0. Ball 4 will load the bases. And that is back to the top of the order with Lexi Ingalls, who walked in her first at-bat. That is a foul ball, 0-1. Wasn't foul by bunch, but just foul. Just past the glove of Taylor Barta. Well, with the bases loaded, there's a play at every plate. Coach McMahon talking to Katie Cavigny over on third. Here's the windup and the pitch. That is fouled off as well. 0-2. Again, Dell Rapids with those classic cream white uniforms with the orange lettering with black trim. Numbers are that old style font. Beautiful. That is past Madigan Wallen, and there's a play at the plate, and she is safe. And runners advance, so that will make it now 6-0. And that was ball 1, 1-2. So runners at second and third, 6-0 here in favor of Dell Rapids. Oh. So foul ball, I believe, 1 and 2. So 2 and 2. She didn't make an effort to get out of the way, so they did call it a ball. 2 and 2. And that is fouled off. Count remains 2 and 2. Again, runners at second and third, 1 down here in just the bottom half of the first inning. 6 runs across for Dell Rapids. They've batted around. It's now back to Lexi Ingles at the top of the order. That is high. Full count. 3 and 2. Good crowd out here tonight for this game. Number of Vermilion players as well. That ball gets past Wallen. Runners are unable to advance, though. It is a walk. That will reload the bases. So Coach Budmeyer taking a walk out to the circle. So we'll take a quick break here on Vermilion streaming on YouTube, where in the bottom of the first, Vermilion trails Dell Rapids 6-0.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermilion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermilion.
And we are back with Tanager softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We do have a pitching change. So Chandler Cleveland is now at pitching. She has moved from short. Maya Halverson has moved to second. And Kristen Moser has moved from second to short. So that is the pitching change while Chandler warms up. We'll take another quick break. This is Tanager softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermilion streaming on YouTube. I'm the voice of the Tanagers, Michael Schumacher.
The wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Welcome back to Tanager softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermilion streaming. Vermilion trails 6-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning. First pitch from Cleveland to Kylie Fiddlekey is a strike. Chandler Cleveland has taken over her pitching duties now for Maya Halverson. Maya pitches 1/3 of an inning, gives up 6 runs. Second pitch from Cleveland is a ball, 1-1. So again, bases are loaded. 1 down, Fiddlekey at bat. Cleveland has now taken over at pitching, moved over from short. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Here's a throw down to third, not in time, but a nice throw by Wallen. Makes the count 1-2. That ball is fouled off the home plate. That'll keep the count 1-2 on Fiddlekey. On deck is Claire Winya. No, it's not nice out. I am completely underdressed. So here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will be the second out of the inning. And that will bring up number 22, Claire Winya. Winya doubled her last at bat. That is into right center field. That will score 2 runs. Will it score 3 runs? There's going to be a play at the plate. Oh, and she is safe at home. And the runner will make it to third. So 3 runs scored. It is now 9-0. So that is a double for Winya. She reached third on the throw. 3 RBI. As Ingles scored, Halverson scored, and Scherf scored. So it is now 9-0. Runner on third. 2 down for Emma Lanfer. Cleveland pitching. Here's the first pitch. That is fouled straight back. 0-1. That is lifted into shallow right field, and Baylor will make the catch for the third out of the inning. But in the inning, damage is done. 9 runs, 4 hits. I didn't have any errors, but 1 left on base at the end of 1 inning of play. It's Dell Rapids 9, Vermilion nothing. We'll be back with the second inning after these messages on Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermilion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Nice. Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermilion.
Welcome back to Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermilion streaming on YouTube. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Dell Rapids leads Vermilion 9-0. First pitch to Mackenzie Richardson is a ball. Katie Cavigny entering her second inning of work. So 1-0. Swing and a miss from Richardson evens the count at 1-1. On deck for Vermilion is freshman Sienna Mount. That pitch is high, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. Ball is low, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. That is high. Mackenzie Richardson goes to first on the base on balls. That'll bring up freshman Sienna Mount. On deck now, second baseman Maya Halverson. Swing and a miss from Mount. 0-1. So again, nobody down. Mackenzie Richardson on first. Sienna Mount, the freshman, at bat. Settles in, bats right-handed. Swing and a miss. Healthy swing. If she gets a hold of it, it's going to go a distance. So 0-2. Here's the windup from Cavigny. And the pitch. That's in for strike 3. Richardson goes back to first. 1 down here in the top half of the second. Again, Dell Rapids leads Vermilion by a score of 9-0. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Halverson squares around to bunt. So that is a strike. She did offer at it. So 0-1. Taylor Barta, third baseman, is on deck. So that is the ball, 1-1. That pitch is a ball, 2-1. So here is the 2-1 pitch to Halverson. Runner on first, one down. That is high, 3-1. You wonder, with it as chilly as it is, it's not too hard to think that a pitcher's arm could get a little cold out there. She does have long sleeves on, so I mean that hopefully helps, but boy, makes it tough. Tough to grip, too. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. That is a full count now on Halverson. 1 on, 1 out. Full count to Halverson. Taylor Barta on deck. And then the top of the order. That's in for strike three looking. That's 2 down. And that brings up again Taylor Barta. And we'll be back to the top of the order with Kristen Moser. Barta, the slick fielding third baseman. Good speed, also on track. This is her first year on the softball team. That is back to the pitcher. Over to first in time, and that will be it. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base at the end of 1.5 innings. It is Dell Rapids 9, Vermilion nothing on Tanagers Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermilion streaming on YouTube. We'll be right back after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
For the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermilion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermilion.
Welcome back to Tanagers Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We are here in the bottom half of the second inning. Dell Rapids leading 9-0 against Vermilion. Michaela O'Meara at the bat. That is fouled off. Strike one, 0-1. Chandler Cleveland has taken over at pitching over for Halverson. Halverson moved over to second, and Moser moved from second to short. Again, Eisenbeis at first, Taylor Barta at third. That pitch is in for a ball, 1-1. Janaea Cleveland is in center. Mount in left. And Bailey Baylor out in right. So swung on and missed, 1-2. O'Meara hit a home run her last time out. She'd love to try to match that here. Swing and a miss, strike three. So that is the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Kylie Laban, number 5. Laban in the outfield today. That one's hit over to Halverson at second, over to first. It's quickly 2 down. Chandler Cleveland seems to have a little bit different velocity out there, a little bit different for Dell Rapids. Now it's just a matter of trying to score as it's 9-0. That brings up the pitcher, Katie Kavigny. Katie walked and scored her last time up. On deck, Lexi Scherf. Here's the first pitch to Cavigny. That's a ball, 1-0. First road game of the year for this Tanager team, as they have defeated Lennox and Parkston earlier this season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's in for a strike, 1-1. So here's the 1-1 pitch. 2-1. So nobody on, 2 down here in the bottom half of the second inning. Here's the windup from Cleveland. Swung on, hit down to short. Moser picks it up over to first. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Tanagers, or Dell Rapids, whomever you're looking at. As a quick turn there. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're going to head into the top half of the third with Dell Rapids leading Vermilion 9-0. We'll be back with more on Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. On Vermilion, streaming on YouTube, I am the voice of the Tanagers, Michael Schumacher.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermilion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermilion.
Sherco in Vermilion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermilion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermilion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed markets. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Welcome back to Tanager Softball as we are here in the top half of the third inning. Kirsten Moser at bat. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Moser grounded out to third, her first time up, back in the leading off in the first inning. That one's popped up into shallow right field, and that is not caught there. That will be, unfortunately, an error. And a base runner for Vermilion. So Kirsten Moser reaches on an error on the right fielder. Brings up center fielder Janaea Cleveland, who singled her first at-bat. On deck, now pitcher Chandler Cleveland. That pitch gets past the catcher, and Moser will make it down to second. She has pretty good speed. That makes the count 1-0 on Janaea Cleveland. Again, you're listening to or watching Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Again, on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, 9-0 in favor of Dell Rapids. 1-0 pitch is low, 2-0. Here's a windup from Cavigny. Swung on and missed. Strike one, 2-1. So Moser at second, nobody down here in the top half of the third. Swing and a miss by Chandler Cleveland, or Janaea Cleveland evens the count at 2-2. So Janaea has the only hit of the game for Vermilion. This count is 2-2. That is high. Full count, 3-2. Again, Chandler Cleveland on deck. So full count, 3-2, nobody down. Moser on second for Vermilion. Ball's fouled off down the first baseline into the trees. Count remains 3-2. That one's laced into right center field. That's going to reach the fence. Moser will score. Cleveland running to second. She is going to go for third. Here's the relay throw, and she is down, and she will be safe as they were unable to catch the throw cleanly. That is a triple, an RBI triple for Janaea Cleveland. Second hit of the game for Janaea. Makes the score 9-1. Now with nobody out. Chandler Cleveland coming up to bat. She popped out to short last time up. That pitch is lifted high. Third base camps underneath it. That is the first out of the inning. Brings up right fielder Bailey Baylor. On deck, Madigan Wallen. Ball 1-0 to Bailey Baylor. One down, runner on third is Janaea Cleveland. Here's the pitch. That's in for a strike, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two on Baylor. Makes the count 1-2. Again, one down, one on. That's Janaea Cleveland on third. 9-1 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Del Rapids leads Vermilion. Here's the windup and the pitch to Baylor. That is hit right back to the pitcher up the middle. That will score another run. Baylor with her first hit of the game. Third hit of the game for the Tanagers. Makes the score 9-2. Brings up catcher Madigan Wallen. Wallen struck out swinging her last time up. That's laced into left field, and that is over the head of the left fielder. Baylor round second. She will make it to third, and she will hold there. Wallen will be in with a stand-up double for the fourth hit of the game for the Tanagers. So now runners at second and third with one down. We do have time being called as the manager's heading out to talk to the pitcher Cavigny. So we'll take a quick time out as well. You are listening and watching Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermilion, streaming on YouTube. Tanagers trail by a score of 9-2. We'll be back right after these messages.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermilion.
Back to Tanager Softball, and the pitcher's mom just told me it's Quigney. So, Katie Quigney. Swing and a miss, strike one. 1-1. on Mackenzie Richardson. Richardson walked her last time up. So Wallen on second, Baylor on third. Richardson at bat, 9-2 is the score. That pitch is high, 2-1. Oops. So Quickney in the circle. Richardson at bat, 1 down, 2 on. That is made a little high and inside. 3-1 is the score, or is the count. So 9-2. Dell Rapids leads Vermilion, but Vermilion is rallying. They've scored 2 runs on 3 hits in this inning. Oh, fouled back. Ty took that one to the grill. 3-2 is the count. 1 down. Ty just taking a little bit of a walk. Walking that one off. As they take the time to catcher runs out to talk to Quigney. All right, so 3-2 payoff pitch from Quigney to Richardson. That is high. That will load the bases. That brings up freshman Sienna Mount. And this is the way it happens in softball. You score runs in bunches. That's a ball low, 1-0 on Sienna Mount. So Richardson at first, Wallen at second, Baylor at third, Mount at bat, and that is a little inside, makes it 2-0. Tanagers looking to really cut into that lead. That one's laced back to the pitcher and caught! And over to third for a double play, a 1-5 double play. And just like that, the Tanagers are out. 2 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error at the end of 2.5 innings. It is Dell Rapids 9, Vermilion 2. We'll be back with more Tanager softball for the bottom half of the 3rd inning after these messages from our Vermilion sportscasters.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers!
Welcome back to Dell Rapids, South Dakota, where the Dell Rapids Quarriers lead the Vermilion Tanagers by a score of 9-2 as we head into the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Vermilion did score 2 runs in the top half, but the bases loaded with 1 out, but a hot shot right back to the pitcher turned into a double play that got them out of the inning. Again, Chandler Cleveland now pitching for the Tanagers. Maya Halverson got roughed up in that first inning. Now batting for Dell Rapids, number 8, The third baseman, Lexi Scherf, fouls the first one off, makes it 0-1. That one's laced over to Moser at second, or at short, over to first for the first out of the inning. A nice slick fielding play from Moser over to Eisenbeis. So 6-3 put out. That is 4 outs in a row that Chandler Cleveland has knocked down. Brings up catcher Riley Halverson. Halverson walked her first time at bat. Swing and a miss, strike one, 0-1 on deck. The top of the order and shortstop Lexi Ingalls. Oh, that one almost took off her head. She got down in time, though. 1-1. So the wind is picking up a little bit. We get sprinkles periodically. That was laced down just under the glove of Kaylee Barta. That will be a single. No, she's going to try to stretch it into a double. Here's the throw to second, and that is not in time. She is safe at second. That is a double for Riley Halverson. That will bring up the top of the order and shortstop Lexi Ingalls. So runner on second, one down here in the bottom half of the third inning. Chandler Cleveland, here's the windup and the pitch. That is nubbed down the first base line, foul, 0-1. That pitch is high, 1-1. So runner on second, one down. Here's the pitch. That's ball two, 2-1. So Cleveland with the 2-1 pitch comes in. That is high. Thought there might be a throw down to second, but nope. 3-1 is the count on Lexi Ingalls. On deck, Kylie Fiddlekey. As ball gets past Wallen, runners will be at first and third on the walk. So again, runners at first and third. The runner will advance to second. So Fiddlekey at bat, Winya on deck. Ball two, 2-0. So runners at second and third, one down, 2 on for Fiddlekey. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. That one's laced into left center field, coming in, and that's going to drop. One run will come across, and runners will stay at second and third. Makes it 10-2. So that brings up second baseman Claire Winya. That one's hit down to Barta at third. Over to first. Out there, but a run does score. Runner advances to third as well. Makes the score 11-2 on the sacrifice. Now 2 down. First pitch is a ball. J.C. Tabay. Ball 2-0. To Tabay. Runner on third. Swing and a miss. Strike one. So 2 down. And that throw gets into the outfield. Brings a run across, so the bases are empty. It's now 12-2. That's ball 3, 3-1. So Cleveland in the circle. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one's fouled straight back. Makes the count full, 3-2. On deck, Michaela O'Meara. Ball 4. That'll be a walk. Tabay goes down to first. Again. And Dell Rapids bringing in some reserves. Brings up number 14. Nope, 14, Michaela O'Meara. I'm sorry. I was looking at the 3. She's the first baseman. That ball gets past Wallen. Tabay goes down to second on the ball. 1-0. That one's popped straight back. So 1-1. Again, O'Meara homered in the first inning. That's ball 2, 2-1. So Tabay at second, 2 down. Time is called. Fouled straight back, 2-2. Man, I tell you what, O'Meara has a heck of a swing. Ball's coming off there violently. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Stroked up the middle past Moser at short. Tabay will come around to score. O'Meara will have an RBI single. Makes the score 13-2. That brings up Kylie Laban. First pitch to Laban is a ball, 1-0. You're listening and watching Vermilion Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Score is 13-2 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Ball 2, 2-0. On deck, Katie Quigney. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 2-1. Like Coach Budmeyer said earlier this week, it's a good test game for these Tanagers. See where they really stand. That one's bunted back to the pitcher. Cleveland picks it up over to Eisenbeis, and that is the third out of the inning. 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors at the end of 3 innings of play. Vermilion trails Del Rapids 13-2 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. We'll be back with the top of the 4th inning here on Vermilion Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermilion, streaming on YouTube.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermilion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermilion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermilion.
Welcome back to Del Rapids. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of the Tanagers. You're listening and watching Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermilion, streaming on YouTube on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermilion trails 13-2. Maya Halverson at bat. She struck out looking in the first inning, or second inning, sorry. That pitch is high. 1-0. So batting this inning, Halverson, Barta, and Moser. That pitch is in for a strike, 1-1. That one was so high and so off, it's just knowing my fingers right now, it's a grip thing. There's a grip issue at times. So here's the 1-1 pitch. That's fouled off to the right, makes it 1-2. I mean, her mom says it's Katie Quigney, but I don't know. I don't know if she's right or if she knows exactly how it's supposed to be pronounced. 1-2 pitch. That is high. Ball 2, 2-2. So again, Halverson, Barta, and Moser coming to bat this inning for the Tanagers. 2-2 count. Here's the windup. And the pitch. Ooh, little high. Ball 3, 3-2. So full count on Maya Halverson. Again, Vermilion trails Del Rapids 13-2 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Here's Quigney in the circle with the windup and the pitch. And that is inside. That'll be ball 4. Halverson will go down to first with a walk. Brings up third baseman Taylor Barta. Taylor, another one of those who was part of that state championship basketball team. 6th man, 7th man, however you want to say. She and Casey Hansen came off the bench last half or third of the season. That's in for a strike. 0-1. Great defender. She's also a great track star. Runs the 800. Runs it well. Up on that record book for a relay, I believe. That one's bunted back up, down to short. Short picks it up. And no play anywhere. Bunt a single for Barta. Keeps runners at first and second. Runners at first and second with the 5th hit of the game for the Tanagers. So now nobody down. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. That brings up the top of the order. And Kristen Moser reached on an error in the 3rd inning and grounded out to 3rd in the 1st inning. That's high. 1-0. Ball 2, 2-0. Ball 3, 3-0. Up next, Janaea Cleveland. So Quigney gets up to the rubber here. Moser steps in, wiggling that bat around. That's ball 4. That will load the bases. Time is being called. Catcher will head out. Talk to Quigney as the bases are loaded. Nobody out. Here in the top half of the 4th inning. Have the meat of the order coming up. Janaea Cleveland, Chandler Cleveland, and Bailey Baylor, and Madigan Wallen. Janaea bats right-handed. Another ball.
All right, come on, Katie. Come on, Dell.
So 1-0 is the count. That's in for a strike. 1-1. You know, with the weather this chilly, you hate to be a pitcher. There's just no way to keep that hand super warm. And especially, even as opposed to a baseball, the softball is so much larger that just grip is so important. Here's the windup in the pitch. That's popped up. That will be fielded there by second for the second baseman for the first out of the inning. So runners will stay. Bases will stay loaded for Chandler Cleveland. That was fielded there by Claire Winya, the second baseman. So Chandler steps in. She has popped to short and popped to third. She'd like to get a hold of one here. That pitch is outside. 1-0. That is nubbed just out of the reach of the shortstop, but here's going to be a play at third. No! Gets past the third baseman, and that will not advance any runners. So, single by Chandler Cleveland, scores a run. Makes the score 13-3 on the single. Brings up right fielder Bailey Baylor. It was just over the outstretched glove of Lexi Ingalls. So here's Bailey Baylor. First pitch is a ball. 1-0, 1-0. On deck, catcher Madigan Wallen, who had that nice double that she stroked out to left center field last inning. One down, bases loaded for Bailey Baylor. See if she can get a hold of one like Don Baylor used to. Swing and a miss, strike one, 1-1. Remember at the 87 World Series, I was about 5 seats away from Don Baylor's home run to right field. Oh, that was so fun. Baylor checks for the call, moves in, bats right-handed. Here's the windup and the pitch from Quigney. Fouled straight back, 1-2. You can feel a little energy on the Vermilion side. They had bases loaded before, one down, and it ended up being a hot shot back to the pitcher that got doubled off as they threw over to third. That was from off the bat of Sienna Mount. That is high, 2-2. So count is 2-2, one down, 3 on. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That was strike 3. That is a big strikeout for Quigney. So it now has 2 outs. With bases loaded, there is a force out at every base, and that will bring up Madigan Wallen. Wallen had that double to left center field last time up, scored 2 runs. Scored 1 run, sorry. So Wallen steps in. Ball's outside, 1-0. That's laced over the head of the third baseman. That'll score 1 run. That'll score 2 runs. Here's the play at the plate. Over the head of the catcher, and runners will advance to second and third. And the double by Wallen, 2 RBI. Makes the score 13-5. Sparta came across and Moser came across. Chandler Cleveland's now at third. Wallen at second for Maya. Mackenzie Richardson, sorry, not Maya. Mackenzie Richardson. Here's the windup. That pitches the ball inside, 1-0. That's in for a strike, 1-1. As Quigney looks to get out of this inning, leading 13-5. That's in for strike 2, 1-2 on deck. Sienna Mount. So 2 on, 2 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. Vermilion trying to come back. They were down 9-0 at one point, now down 13-5. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So in the inning, 3 runs. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors at the end of 3.5 innings. It is Dell Rapids 13, Vermilion 5. We'll be back with more after these messages on Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermilion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermilion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermilion Auto Works.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermilion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermilion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermilion Vision Care Associates.
Welcome back to Dell Rapids, South Dakota. I'm Michael Schumacher, voice of the Vermilion Tanagers. This is Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We've had some position changes. Madigan Wallen has moved from catcher to short. Kirsten Moser has moved from short to second. Halverson has moved from second to first. And Madison Eisenbeis has moved from first to catch. Batting first this inning. Batting first this inning for Dell Rapids, Katie Quigney, followed by Lexi Scherf and Riley Halverson. That first pitch. It's a ball. Oh. So Chandler Cleveland took over in the first inning with 1 down for Maya Halverson, who just did not quite have it today. Pitch is fouled back. Count is 2-1. Or 1-2, sorry. Yeah, 2-1. Ball's lifted down the right field line. Out of play. 2 strikes. 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Nobody on. Here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Cleveland. That is high, 3-2. Quigney, Scherf, and Halverson this inning for Dell Rapids. Oh, that was in for strike 3. Quigney thought it was ball 4. She was heading down to first. Ty called her out. So with one down now, that brings up third baseman Lexi Scherf. Pitch is low and inside, 1-0. Inside, 2-0. And you're listening and watching Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, voice of the Tanagers. The voice of the Tanagers, if you want to say it that way. That's laced over to second base. Moser fields it there. That's a quick 2 outs. That brings up catcher Riley Halverson, who has doubled and walked today. On deck is the top of the order and shortstop Lexi Ingalls. One's laced straight back. 0-1. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Ingalls from Chandler Cleveland. That's a ball, 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1. Again, Halverson doubled in the third, walked in the first. On deck is Lexi Ingalls. Cleveland took over for Maya in the first inning. That one's laced into left field. That will be at least 1. That Mount cannot get it. It goes to the fence. That'll be 2 for Halverson. She might have had a double anyhow. It's hard to tell. But that is a double with 2 down here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, and we'll bring up the top of the order with Lexi Ingalls, who has walked and walked and walked. So Ingalls coming up for the 4th time. This will be her first, hopefully her first official at bat. That one's fouled down the right field line. 0-1. Ball gets rolled out to Chandler Cleveland. As the fingers start to go a little bit numb. It's cold out here. Breeze doesn't help. Ball 1, 1-1. We are in a beautiful area, though. Trees at the back end of the park. It is really nice out here. So if you ever get a chance, it's beautiful. That's in for a strike. 1-2 on Lexi Ingalls. On deck, Kylie Fiddlekey. So 1-2, 2 down. Runner on second here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That one's lifted to center field. Janaea Cleveland, she will catch it. That will be the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit. No errors at the end of 4. It is Dell Rapids 13, Vermilion 5 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. You're listening to Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, and we'll be right back on Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Welcome back to Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We are here in the top half of the fifth inning with Vermilion trailing Dell Rapids 13-5. Again, Tanager Softball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Oh, that did hit Mount, so Mount will head down to first base after being hit by the pitch. Brings up now first baseman Maya Halverson.
I guess if you stand there and take it, I guess.
That pitch is in for a strike. Here's the throw down to second. And Mount is out. That was a nice throw from Halverson. That'll be the first out of the inning. Count is 0-1. On deck is third baseman Taylor Barta. So the count is 0-1 on Halverson. Halverson walked her last time up, struck out looking in the first inning. Here's the windup and the pitch from Quigney. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 0-2. So 0-2 count on Halverson. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. That's two down here in the bottom or top half of the fifth inning. And that brings up again Taylor Barta. That's a strike. 0-1. So Barta has grounded back to the pitcher and singled in her two at-bats. All right. I think he called that a strike. 0-2. I think he said she offered at it. So 0-2. Ball 1-2. So Quigney looks in. Barta sets up. That's fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Here's the windup from Quigney and the pitch. That's bunted back to the pitcher. There'll be a play at first. Just in time. Just in time for the third out of the inning. We will head to the bottom half of the fifth with Vermilion trailing 13-5 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. You are listening to Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, and we'll be back on Vermilion streaming on YouTube.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermilion Medical Clinic.
So much care, so close to home.
Welcome back to Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher on Vermilion, streaming on YouTube. Vermilion trails 13-5 here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Batting this inning for Dell Rapids, leading off will be Kylie Filke. That one gets past Moser, and that will be... They're probably going to have to rule that an error, unfortunately. So Filke will be at first with nobody out, and that will bring up Claire Winya. They're probably going to call it an error. Tough one. That was a hot shot down to second, though. Brings up Claire Winya, and then J.C. Tabay. First pitch is a ball to Winya, 1-0. Swing, foul tip, 1-1. It's in for a strike, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Cleveland. That is high. Evens the count at 2-2. On deck, J.C. Tabay. So, nobody out. Runner on first. Dell Rapids were to plate 2 this inning. That would end the game with the 10-run rule. That one's lifted into shallow center field, and that will drop for a hit. And that'll be runners at first and second on the hit by Claire Winya. So that'll bring up Tabay. So runners at first and second, nobody out. First pitch, swinging by Tabay. Big swing, big strike, 0-1. That's in for a strike, 0-2. On deck, Michaela O'Meara, who homered in the first inning. That is high, 1-2. That one's lifted high into right field. Baylor going back, and Baylor cannot make the catch. 1 run will score. Tabay hot on the heels. So there's 1 run. There's 2 runs, and that is the game, I believe. That makes the score 15-5 on the triple by Tabay. And that will be the game. So the Tanagers suffer their first loss of the season, 15-5 in 5 innings here in Dell Rapids. We will have our post-game show, see if Coach Budmeyer wants to swing by. But this is Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermilion, streaming on YouTube. And again, the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard shows 15-5. The Tanagers fall for the first time this season. We'll be back with more after these messages on Vermilion, streaming on YouTube.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Save
means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday. Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermilion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermilion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermilion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Tanager Softball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermilion, streaming on YouTube, where the Tanagers fall for the first time this season by a score of 15-5 in a 10-run ruled game. Tanagers fall to Dell Rapids. Dell Rapids with a good squad. Katie Quigney, the winning pitcher, goes the distance for Dell Rapids, giving up 7 hits. Dell Rapids scores 15 runs with 10 hits. Vermilion had 2 pitchers. Maya Halverson was able to get through 1/3 of an inning. Then Chandler Cleveland took over from there. And Chandler Cleveland pitched pretty well the rest of the way. So pitcher Katie Quigney over here. I don't think she's going to join me for an interview, though, but that's okay. Well, yeah, I was going to see if she wanted an interview, but that's okay. No. I was steered incorrectly, so I was calling you Kavigny, and she told me, and I doubted it. So exactly. So well pitched game. Did you want to hop on for an interview real quick? Yeah, sure. All right. I'm with Vermilion, so but people will understand. I'm waiting for Coach Budmeyer. So just I'll ask you some questions, and you can just pull that microphone down like I have it here. All right. Say something just to test here.
Am I working?
Perfect. All right, so on the microphone we have Katie Quigney, the winning pitcher for Dell Rapids. Katie, you looked good out there, and a couple nice fielding plays, especially on some bunts. Taylor Barta has some speed over there. You're able to get her out. You had one inning where you gave up a little bit there. What's it like, especially on a day like this where it's this cold? Is it hard to stay warm with the grip and everything out there? Or what is it like to deal with that?
I've definitely had colder games. definitely probably one of the warmer ones. There's been some really cold ones, but it's still just kind of hard. But I make sure to keep a hand warmer on me at all times, just so when my fingertips they don't get too cold, so then I can still grip the ball.
Okay.
But it's not too bad today.
All right. Well, I underdressed, so that's pretty much my fault. Now, are you exclusively a pitcher, or do you play other positions?
I play other positions, but just for the Rapids team, I mostly just pitch. But on my travel ball team, I play outfield. So
Okay.
a little bit of short, but mostly just pitch.
All right. And what year are you in school?
I'm a 2025, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a junior.
All right. So you're a junior. All right. No, that's okay. I won't be out here too much longer. So, well, since you were here, I just wanted to get you on the radio. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it, and I hope you have yourself a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That was winning pitcher Katie Quigney, as I was mispronouncing it earlier. And now we have Coach Budmeyer joining us. He was putting on the headset. Coach, it's a chilly day out here, and it got off to a rough start, but then, I'm just going to say the girls didn't quit.
Yeah.
I think that's a big testament to the team.
Absolutely. That's 100% correct. A big talking point with our girls, I think physically, all of our skill-wise, we can get things done. It's going to be all upstairs of what's going to dictate how far and how good we're going to be this season. And even though it ended the way it did with the 10 runs, we held them. We played really well after that first half inning. You couldn't almost spot them. The worst start for us. And kudos to the girls. I was so impressed. I was so happy with them. We were you never want to lose, but the way you lose, sometimes you can take a lot away from it. So what you do with the loss makes it either good or bad, or what you do with it. If you dwell on it, then it can be a bad thing. But our girls were extremely positive, and my favorite thing is we just did not quit. We just kept hanging around. I told the girls, hey, just keep hanging around, keep chipping away. And if you go back, I think the third inning, we had a lot of just unfortunate plays that just didn't go our way. We had bases loaded with one out. CC barrels a ball right back to the pitcher, and that's just like the worst case scenario of a hard hit ball right back to the pitcher, and we get doubled off to end the inning. So if that gets through, we're in a whole different ball game. Our girls kept battling, and that's all we asked them to do. We could have easily just kind of cratered and kind of rolled over and died early how we started that game, and it could have been 15 after 3, because that's all kudos to Dell Rapids. That's a heck of a ball club. They're going to do some good things this year, and they'll be a state tournament team.
And they really are a good team. They seem solid top to bottom. Quigney did a really nice job out there on the mound. But, yeah, that third inning, that was one of those where, yeah, if that ball is 1 foot either way, it probably gets through. 2 runs score, you still only have the 1 out and maybe bases loaded or 2 on, and it's a completely different game at that point. And but even then, the girls came back the next inning and loaded the bases, and they were just chipping away, unable to get that big play, but still, again, like you said, stuck with it, stayed in it. You got 10 runs, but you gave up 9. After that, they only outscored you by 1 the last 4 innings. That's a close matchup.
Yeah, in the middle innings, I thought we played really, really well. I was impressed with the girls. The big thing I always love playing really good quality teams early, because in my opinion, there's no true negative to take away from it. If it ends up like this, I feel good after this game against Dell Rapids, because we showed that we can hang with them, and hopefully the girls see that, and they believe in that too. So like when you're playing a really good team early, there's kind of 3 scenarios. You get beat pretty good. Well, then the positive is, hey, we got a lot of stuff to work on. You lose a tight one, you say, oh, these couple plays here and there, you're feeling really good about yourself if we meet them again. And the third one is obviously if you get a win, that's a huge catapult to the beginning of your season. So I love high-quality softball early on in the year, and that was the best thing for our girls today. Obviously, you want to get a win, but we're in a marathon. Telling the girls, we're in a marathon of a season this spring, and we are game 3. So we got a lot to learn. We got a lot of little things to clean up here and there. But overall, Chandler did a great job coming in the pen, got us out of some messes, and did a really good job just going up there and just compete. She's just a competitor. That's what we love.
Well, and that's exactly right. And in this game, you pretty much got both. In that first inning, you're like, okay, we've got stuff we need to work on. The last 4 innings, you're like, we can hang with them. Yep. You got almost. If you could have come back and then beaten them, it would have been the best. You would have gotten all 3 things in one.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, there's always positive takeaway. No matter how bad it might look, there's always positives, and having a positive mindset will only have good things, only do good things for your program and for your team and for our girls. So, yes, it's a loss, But I think it's a good loss because the way we fought back, the way we didn't quit, and you just ran into a good team that was better than us. So that's how it goes sometimes.
And that happens. That does happen. Now you turn around, you play Canton tomorrow. Now, somebody was telling me Canton plays in Worthing?
Yes, so
okay.
Worthing, South Dakota. I think their field's under construction or something. So we'll be in Worthing, South Dakota. So yeah, that's the beauty of the regular season. When you start playing games, it's the best part of the season. It's what we love. We practiced for 3 weeks just begging for the weather to cooperate to get a game in, and now we're going to go Thursday, so we played today. Lost a tough one to Dell Rapids, but the beautiful thing is we got to go play tomorrow.
Yep.
We got to go play a good quality Canton team, turn it around tomorrow. You just got to flush this one, learn from it, go compete Friday, and then we turn around and we're right back at it at Monday. So, fun time of year.
Exactly. It's perfect. Well, Coach, thanks so much for swinging by to talk with me. Really appreciate it. It's not nearly as cold. I still didn't dress appropriately, but I'm not nearly as frozen as I was last time, so I was able to make it through.
It's going to get really nice now, I believe. The sun's coming out, wind's going down. It's going to be the nicest of the day right here.
Exactly. Well, Coach, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thanks,
All right.
Michael.
Have a great one. Thank you. That was Coach Bud Meyer of the Vermilion Tanager softball team here on our post-game show. This is brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of the Vermilion Tanagers. That is going to do it for us here on Vermilion Streaming. We will be back tomorrow. We'll see who is calling the game. I might be having to go to Minneapolis, so Gage Ravelette might be helping out, and Eve Holly. So we'll see exactly how the logistics work. But we will be covering it. It will be here on Vermilion Streaming on YouTube. That's what we do. We cover Tanager athletics. And so here in Dell Rapids today, Canton tomorrow, Sioux Falls on Monday. Well, again, Tanagers suffered their first defeat of the season, 15-5 in 5 innings, but they showed a lot of grit. They showed a lot of determination. They showed a lot of stick-to-itiveness, as you will. So again, I was going to say for somebody, but no, just for myself. I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside nobody. It's just me for First Dakota National Bank post-game show. And thank you to all of our sponsors and our Vermilion sportscasters here on Vermilion Streaming. You guys have a great night, and we will talk to you tomorrow.